Have you donated money on GoFundMe, PayPal, Patreon, or Buy Me a Coffee to viral YouTuber Homeless Kiwi in London? That Kiwi fella, the Transient Kiwi, or TikToker Kiwi Londoner, Homeless London Kiwi, believing he's street homeless? Well, I'm afraid you've been scammed. He uses his YouTube and TikTok videos to make people believe he's street homeless and manipulate them to donate money to him on GoFundMe, PayPal, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee. But it's a scam. He's not street homeless. He lives in a house in Burnley in Lancashire, and all his videos are fiction. Fake, staged, a performance. In this video, I'm going to look at the many names Homeless Kiwi in London has used and the platforms on which he's scamming donations. The real name of fake Homeless Kiwi in London, that Kiwi fella, the Transient Kiwi, is Adam Vickers. This is the name he publicly uses on PayPal, on his begging links on his YouTube profile. Since September 2025, when Adam Vickers started his YouTube and TikTok, he's used many different names on different platforms to confuse people. On YouTube, he's had 3 different names: Homeless Kiwi in London, that Kiwi fella, and now the Transient Kiwi. On TikTok, he called himself Kiwi Londoner, and then Homeless London Kiwi. On Patreon, he called himself that Homeless Kiwi from YouTube, and now the Transient Kiwi from YouTube. On Buy Me a Coffee, he calls himself that Homeless fella on the YouTube. There is no consistency across platforms, which is very odd. Normally, creators use the same name on all platforms so that people know it's them. But Adam Vickers doesn't want you to know that he's a conman, so he uses many different names. On the 14th of March 2026, Adam Vickers changed his YouTube name from Homeless Kiwi in London to That Kiwi Fella. The same day, he changed his name again from That Kiwi Fella to the Transient Kiwi. He should make up his mind. I had just uploaded my video about his YouTube name change, and he went and changed his name again. New name, but the same conman. The reason Adam Vickers has changed his YouTube name from Homeless Kiwi in London to That Kiwi Fella, and then the Transient Kiwi, is because I exposed him as a fake homeless conman scamming donations. Adam Vickers has been reported to the police for fraud by false representation under the Fraud Act 2006. For scamming donations on GoFundMe, PayPal, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee, by lying he's street homeless. And for impersonating me on scam AI websites with content he's plagiarized from my homeless survival websites. He's currently in France on the run from the police. He's going to miss his appointment to sign on. Adam Vickers has rebranded his YouTube channel Homeless Kiwi in London as That Kiwi Fella. And then the Transient Kiwi, because when people Google him or search for him on YouTube, they find my videos and website exposing him as a fake homeless conman. Even ChatGPT and Google Gemini are outing Homeless Kiwi in London as fake homeless. He still calls himself Homeless Kiwi in London in some of his YouTube videos. He's still using That Kiwi Fella as his YouTube handle. Homeless Kiwi in London has removed the word homeless from his YouTube names That Kiwi Fella and the Transient Kiwi, but he's still monetizing his channel by calling himself homeless on his YouTube video thumbnails, titles, descriptions, and hashtags. He's still scamming donations on GoFundMe, PayPal, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee by falsely portraying himself as street homeless. He's blatantly lying he's street homeless to monetize his channel and scam donations. Based on the evidence on my website, he's not homeless, let alone street homeless. He lives in his house in Burnley. Adam Vickers has hidden more than half his YouTube videos, including all his shorts, to hide evidence of how he scammed donations. He had over 300 videos. Now he only has 122. He's also hidden all his TikTok videos, such as to stop people seeing how he scammed donations for a winter sleep system. He called it his winter kit kitty. He didn't buy any winter kit. He still doesn't have a winter sleeping bag, insulated camping mat or tent, so he lied. On GoFundMe, Adam Vickers uses yet another name, Kiwi K. He falsely claims he's homeless and is asking for £1,800 to buy a small area of woodland, to create a woodland sanctuary. He means he wants to cause damage to a woodland by hacking down trees and lighting fires, just like he did in Epping Forest in London. At first, Adam Vickers was asking for £700, but he's changed the amount several times. Every time he reaches his target, he changes the amount again. It's all very vague. He doesn't say where the woodland is or how much it costs. Obviously, there is no woodland for sale in UK for £700 or £1,800. Someone called Jamie Vincent donated £500, and Tim Hagen donated £461. Sorry, Jamie and Tim, he scammed you. Adam Vickers already has somewhere private where he can play Wendy House with his tarp and 2 golf umbrellas during the day, and where he can cook outdoors, his back garden. Homeless Kiwi in London, that Kiwi fella, the Transient Kiwi, is also scamming donations on PayPal by falsely portraying himself as street homeless when he has a home. On Patreon, Adam Vickers has changed his name from that Homeless Kiwi from YouTube to the Transient Kiwi from YouTube. But he still refers to himself as homeless with his £4.50 a month street survivor donation. He's not surviving on the streets. He lives in his house in Burnley. His Kiwi's crew membership is £10 a month, and he charges people who don't have a membership £4.50 to unlock each Patreon post. On Buy Me a Coffee, Adam Vickers is still falsely referring to himself as homeless to scam donations, with his username that homeless fella on the YouTube. He asks for a £10 a month Vagabond Alley direct debit donation, or a £999 one-time lifetime Vagabond donation, as if anyone is going to donate £999. Adam Vickers is not a vagabond. He lives in his house in Burnley. I have evidence that Adam Vickers is also scamming donations on his Amazon wishlist by asking for items he has no intention of keeping to get refunds. I will address that in my next video. Homeless Kiwi in London's subscribers are unsubscribing after finding my videos and post exposing him as fake homeless. New people who find his YouTube channel are not subscribing. Now they know all his content is fake, fabricated and staged. And above all, viewers who were donating money to Homeless Kiwi in London on GoFundMe, PayPal, Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee have stopped donating. Fake Homeless Kiwi in London's viewers have stopped their Patreon direct debit memberships, so he gave away free memberships to hide that donors have stopped donating. Now he's having a 60% off sale. Desperate times call for desperate measures. If you're currently street homeless or have experienced rough sleeping in London or another major UK city, I want to hear from you. What unrealistic behaviour have you noticed in the videos of Homeless Kiwi in London? That Kiwi fella, the Transient Kiwi, that doesn't match how real rough sleepers actually survive day to day? What inconsistencies or contradictions have you spotted in what he says or does? If you're a cyclist, what have you noticed that is unrealistic or staged, that doesn't match your experiences as a cyclist? What inconsistencies have you spotted in what Adam Vickers says or does, in his appearance or the condition of his gear and bike, that don't match his claims of cycling hundreds of miles across the UK, and now across France? What have you noticed that indicates he drives across the UK, and is now driving across France, with his bike, camping gear and cooking and filming equipment in the back, rather than cycling? Bring out your inner Sherlock Holmes and share your observations. For more about Homeless Kiwi in London, that Kiwi fella, the Transient Kiwi, check out my playlist and the post on my website. The links are on my pinned post. If you have fallen for Adam Vickers' lies and have donated money to him, you should report him to the police on reportfraud.police.uk. Also report him on the platforms on which you donated to him: GoFundMe, PayPal, Patreon, or Buy Me a Coffee. If you're homeless or facing homelessness in UK, I have lists of where to get free meals and food, where to shower, do laundry in 100 locations in UK. Also, how to get temporary accommodation from your council and rehoused in England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. I also wrote homeless survival guides for UK, US and an international version for those of you elsewhere. The links are on my pinned post.